It is Thursday the 13th of June. Goodness me, it is freezing out here. No, it's a little bit cold. We are at downstairs at the King's Head in Crouch End, not too far from where I live. Do not follow me or find me, but no, classic comedy venue. We've been there a number of times over the last couple of years. It's somewhere where I used to go when I was a teenager, dreaming. When I had thoughts around doing stand-up comedy over the years, that was always going to be the first place that I tried. Because one, it was the only way I knew. On a Thursday, I used to go quite often to the Thursday tryout night. Hadn't been for a number of years, and then started going back since doing stand-up, and it's been very good. You know, it's a tryout night just like anyone else, or at least for new acts. So it can be up and down from an audience standpoint, but when it's rocking, it's rocking. When there's a lot of people there, I wish I didn't say rocking is rocking. Don't know why I said that. It's a bit early in the morning, as you can tell from my baggy eyes. But yeah, I've been working on some stuff which I think is starting to come together. I've been saying that fucking for 6 months. I can't believe it's 6 months into the year. You believe it? You know, I've lost weight. I mean, I'm just looking like shit, but you can't see my belly. Well, there you go. Don't know if that makes a difference. That was a big nipple there. Yeah, I had like 5 gigs in May. Not a lot. So I was just having a bit of a break for a good summer push, or well, push to the end of the year. Try and be busy. Continue to build on some of the new material. I mean, I feel like I'm so far behind. At the beginning of the year, I'm kind of thinking, well, I want to get 10 minutes by the end of the year. Maybe 15. It's going to be 10. It's going to take me a year to get another 10 minutes, which some people may think is pathetic, but I like my shit to be strong. So I fill my gags with fibre. That was a bad joke, that's why it's taken me so long. But yeah, hopefully we kind of get a little bit ahead. I've got a massive gig for myself tomorrow, which hopefully I'll make a vlog for you as well, if it depends what the setup is like. It's been good since I've got back into it last week. I've had a run of good gigs, both with old classics and with some of the new stuff. So I'm feeling good, which hopefully does not mean tomorrow is an absolute fuck fest. I'm going to enjoy tonight. I think there's 1 or 2 people I know. My man Dan Cohen is going to be there. And I'm going to try some of my new stuff. I'm trying to get, you know, a weekend spot downstairs at the King's Head. And I've been there 7-8 times. And nothing has happened yet. Maybe they need to see turnover of material, and that is what I shall try. So hopefully it is a good one.
You ready for your next act? Woo! Hello, my people, you alright? Yeah. It is absolutely lovely to be here, because I'm having a tough time with this mic. No, I live in Archway. Does everyone know where Archway is? Just over the hill. Obviously not as nice as here. But you know, it's always nice to get here, you know, just seeing how the other half live, you know, before I fucking rob you. I get shit on the table. No, obviously it's nice here, you know, but because it's nice gigging so close to home, because all his family can come, which is nice. I have no dad. I grew up a fat kid. Now I'm a fat adult. I'll be honest, I did not see that coming. Because you know, when you're a fat kid, right, like all people always tell you is that, oh, you'll grow out of it. That's fucking nonsense. Grow out of it? I grew around it. What are you talking about? But when I tell people how much I weigh, right, they always say to me, oh yeah, but you carry it well, didn't you? What the hell does that mean? Oh, you hold it well. That's something you tell a camel. I'm not a fucking human being. There's people here, do you know who Joe Wicks is? Yeah? For those who don't know, right, it's this guy who became famous online during the pandemic for teaching the nation how to be fit and speak English poorly. And you know, he's as annoying as, he's just like this generation's Jamie Oliver, right? And he got into some trouble recently, right? Because he put out this tweet that said that there's an increase in ADHD in young people because of processed food, which obviously is absolute nonsense because it was the COVID vaccine. See? Got some deniers over here, I can see you. No. But there also used to be a show, I don't know, do you remember the show You Are What You Eat?
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s with Gillian McKeith. What a great time that was, boy, being able to take the piss out of fat people. You can't do that shit anymore. Now, obviously I don't mind it because now I'm gorgeous, but you got to fancy me, it's legally abiding. But she used to have this show, You Are What You Eat, right, which was a show where, at the beginning of it, right, when I first saw it, she puts out this massive table with all the food that someone eats, and I thought, fuck me, that's a show for me. I mean, this bitch can put on a feast. I thought, yeah, this is absolutely for me. And then I realised what she used to do is she used to just shame people, And then her nickname, the poo lady, she used to put a trap inside in the toilet so she can catch people's poo, which I don't actually understand because you've already gone through the effort of knowing what they eat. Why do you have to know what comes out? That's got to be some weird fetish or something. But they actually cancelled the show, right? I don't know if you heard about it. It's a cancelled show because on the last show they had a cannibal. When they put a dead body on the table, they're like, we can't have this anymore. There's something there. We're almost there. Yeah. The thing is, right, look, I tell people I'm fat and they're always quite nice, and that, I do fluctuate, right? I actually lost weight in my 20s and then I grew out of it. I tell people I'm fat, right? And people are quite nice, right? Because they say, oh, you're not fat, Chris. And I think that's the worst level of fat to be, when no one notices. I want to be seen as fat, do you know what I mean, right? Yeah, fat lives matter too. No, because the thing is, right, as a black person, you always get quite nervous because of things like when you're late, right? Because when you're late as a black person, you get quite nervous because you think that people are going to judge you for being late because you're black. When you are fat and late, people understand. But do you know, it's really wonderful to be here because I used to come here when I was 16 years old, which is like 20 years ago. So to be performing here, I've been doing comedy for almost 2 years, which is great, which is weird though, actually, because back then, I actually had hope. But, it's been going alright, it's been going pretty well. I've been getting some good feedback here and there. Obviously not here, but a lot of other places. It's fantastic. But the thing is, people have been coming up to me after gigs and saying, Chris, I really like your comedy, but it's just a bit too black. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like I'm a white person. I don't like skiing. What if it is a quiche? Eggy bread in my house. I remember the first time someone came up to me after a gig and told me my comedy was too black. I almost spat the fried chicken out my mouth. So I'm a black guy, right? As you can tell. And I was speaking to this vegan in Whole Foods who told me that me calling myself black is actually a self-identifying preference. I'll be honest, I've got no clue what they then was talking about. You see, because all my life I thought I was born black. I didn't realise it was a preference. I mean, if it was a preference, I'd have one of those big black dicks, you know what I'm saying? Probably like the Rock and shit, My jug looks like 3 new potatoes just huddled together. You know, you guys are doing absolutely wonderful.
Putting us off vegetables.
It is the morning after. I don't know why that took me ages to say. I guess I was just trying to think of what to say. Great gig, messy hair, but I'll get my hair cut next week. Yeah, really enjoyed that. It's it was really good. I felt like a bunch of people I knew there. My man Dan Cohen, as always, Henry Riley, who opened up the show, which was he did a fantastic job. I was 4th in the first half. If I can say I did really, really well, I will, because I did. And none of that sounded as humble as I thought I wanted it to be. I was chatting with Henry outside afterwards, and I was saying how, you know, with some of these gigs lately, especially since I've been back doing it, it's really exciting. I think there's different phases of doing this stand up thing, and certainly those different phases make you feel different things, and it's kind of like we were talking about how fun it is to do new material. When we used to start out, we used to just change our material all the time, but we realised that when you start to want to progress with stand up, you really do have to come up with an actual proper set, which I think me and him both actually prefer just coming up with new stuff. But when you do that, it's never going to be as good as you need it to be, and that's not what's going to sort of pay the bills metaphorically as a stand up. But during this phase, where now it feels like I'm starting to put together the new stuff that I've been trying for 6 months, to call it new at this point is absolutely disgraceful, but it is what it is. But for it to actually start to come together and get some decent laughs, I mean, there are kind of some high points. It really does need to be put together a bit more. I need to figure out more stuff around Gillian McKeith, I guess, and what I'm trying to set out. But I think I'm getting there. And just really, really like it. I've had a really good run of gigs. I've got a big one later on, which you'll see on the next vlog, so please do watch that. It's in Essex, so I'm thinking of stuff to do, and we'll see how it goes. But I don't know, I guess we'll just say on to the next one.